What up, everybody? It's Dominic369 for Occultism Unleashed. Better late than never. And to the people who were being rude in the comments about my timeliness, as if I don't have anything else to do beside come on YouTube and make videos for free for people who don't know and who aren't informed, you will no longer have access to my channel. With that being said and done, we're going to jump into it, man. United States attacked Yemen. United States, Britain, Canada, Bahrain, and a couple other places have attacked Yemen. Um, Yemen said before the attack even started, they made it clear before the attack even started, any country that opens up their airspace to the United States or anybody else to attack them are party to the war, that they declared war on Yemen and they will respond. So just know, like I said, on my Facebook page to my real life friends and family, you might want to go fill your gas tanks up. And, not even 20 minutes later, the price of gas went up 5%. So just know, like I told you in the earlier reading for January, surprises in store for the United States, don't go to no crowded events. Don't do it. Don't do it. And they hit, Yemen has hit U.S. and British ships with ballistic missiles in the Red Sea. Iran is in the Red Sea ready to rock. The Iraqis blew up the United States embassy. Yeah, it's real on the field. And they are going to continue to retaliate against the United States. It's been a bad day. It's been a bad day, man. And it's going to get worse for them. Because now, because the Saudis and Bahrain and Dubai, United Arab Emirates, decided that they were going to help the United States and Britain, they're going to blow up their oil fields. And the United States is going to have to go crawl into Putin. They're going to have to go crawl into Big Vlad to buy oil. The United States put all the sanctions on Russia and everything. They put all these sanctions on Russia, and the United States has started back buying Russian oil. Not at the price that they said they would buy, below market value and all this stuff. They're paying higher than they said they would pay. Russia is decimating Ukraine. And once it really gets to popping off over here in the Middle East, you are going to see Chairman Kim decimate South Korea. United States sent, I think, 19 million gallons of fuel to a base in the Philippines from Hawaii. So they're getting ready to try to boot up and instigate some things in Taiwan with China. And they're going to have a bad day after that. You have a very, very bad day. This is what I promised you. I told you things were coming this month. I told you the heat was on. I told you if they didn't fall back, they would fall flat. And now you are going to see. Soon as they attacked Yemen, they rocked the embassy in Iraq. The Iraqi resistance, Syria, they both said, you mess with Yemen, it's going down. It's going down. It ain't going to be a safe place for an American citizen in the Middle East. And it ain't going to be no safe places here in a minute. You seen how it was millions of people marching in the streets behind Palestine? The Yemenis are busting out the ships on the Red Sea that are trying to go to the Zionist occupation and support Israel. That's why Yemen is bombing on them ships, because they're terrorizing and committing genocide against the Palestinians. So Yemen was defending the Palestinians, regulating that traffic in the Red Sea. So the U.S. and Britain and all of them decided that they were going to attack Yemen as a show of force, and they bit off more than they can chew, because Yemen has everything that Iran has. Let me repeat that for you. Yemen has everything that Iran has. Everything. hypersonic missiles, and nuclear materials. Do you understand that? Ansarallah, the leader of the Houthis in Yemen, he stated, soon as the United States and Britain said that they were going to do an attack, if you attack my country, I am going to open up the gates of hell in the Middle East, and you will not be able to close them. I told you it was the end for the United States' reign. I told you it was the end for the Europeans' reign. And in the European Union, you have farmers from Germany, the Netherlands, Romania, and 4 other countries blocking all the capitals, blocking all the major freeways, shutting it down. You know, the citizens of Germany, 50% of their taxes are going to Ukraine. They're not happy about it, man. They're not happy about it. They're going to tear the club up. And as you can see, it's civil unrest in Ecuador. The cartels are fighting with the government. Broke their leaders out of prison, had executing the guards on live, straight like that. It's super ugly out here. Papua New Guinea, which the United States was trying to destabilize, they're having a coup over there too. And Chairman Kim say if a bullet fly over the border, we are going to incinerate South Korea. So I hope you guys are ready. I hope you're ready, Jack. Go gas up your vehicles, man, and stay away from crowded places, because it's about to get super ugly. It's about to get super ugly. All that G.I. Joe tough guy shit. I told you, soon as they struck your men, they blew up the embassy in Iraq. The Iraqis ain't playing. The Syrians ain't playing. Yemenis ain't playing. Hezbollah and Lebanon ain't playing. And Hamas ain't playing. They talking about they was going to destroy Hamas. Over 90 days, Hamas still dumping missiles on them at will, blowing up 100 vehicles a day. Hezbollah done shut down all the electricity in the northern occupied territories that they call Israel. Yeah, it's like that. It's like that, and they done bit off more than they can chew. Bit off more than they could chew. And it's going to trickle off into these streets here. Believe that. All the Dutch governments, because the Netherlands participated in it, all they government websites is unreachable right now. So it's going to be a multi-front war. Economic war, physical with bombs and shit like that. Cyber warfare. Yeah, multiple fronts. And I'm telling you, by Monday morning, y'all will understand that the myth of the almighty America is going to be shattered. This is what I guarantee you. This is what I guarantee you. I told you guys it was going to pop off, and it popped off. And it's going to continue to pop off. This is why I very much hope that you find your place at Mystic University. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I got my popcorn, Jack. Like what they say, I'm loving it like a McDonald's commercial. A divine humbling is on the way. And no, after all this goes down, it ain't going to be a great place and peace in the Middle East. Everything finna get destroyed. Everything. Understand that. And Jesus ain't going to be coming back. The Muslims believe when the Great Holy War go down, and that is a showdown between the Yemenis and Israel, prophesied in the Quran, that Jesus would come back and say to the world, this is what I'm telling you, ain't no Jesus gonna come back, and it's gonna destroy these people's faith, Christians, Muslims, and Jews. They're gonna have to come on in. What Maxwell say, converge into the light. I'm trying to tell you, Jack. It's about to get real interesting. Really, really interesting. Let me cut on my other computer right quick and look at these charts. Look at the chart. I'll tell you exactly. I'll give you some good dates. Other than that, are y'all good? I hope y'all good, man. You know, I love y'all and care about y'all, man. You know, you gotta move for yourself, though. You gotta move for yourself. Like you care about yourself. I see everybody with the shout out. Peace to everybody, man. I had to block a couple people. All in my comments talking about where you at and all this stuff, talking reckless. All right, we looking at the U.S. chart. Now, Mercury has just finished the opposition of Mercury. Mars is at 5 degrees Capricorn. Remember what I told you, Mars and Capricorn in the first house. It's at 5 degrees. That's opposite Jupiter. Jupiter rules the United States first house, the face of the nation. War is coming here. The war is coming here. Over the next 13 days, it'd be moving from the opposition to the opposition with Jupiter to opposition with the sun. That's war all overseas because the sun rules the United States 9th house of foreign affairs, international affairs. Let me get my eyeglass cleaner right quick. And I'm telling you, it's about to get greasy. It's about to get greasy, man. People think it's sweet out here. It's gonna oppose the sun that rules the 8th house. I mean the 9th house, and then for the later on in the month, when it gets to 24 degrees, it's gonna oppose Mercury. Mercury rules the 7th house of war, allies, and it rules the intercepted part of the 9th house in the United States. So a lot of their secret stuff and secret affairs going on overseas are going to be exposed. A lot of secrets finna come out. A lot of dirt finna get exposed. A lot of things that they didn't think other people knew that they were involved in overseas is going to get liquidated. It's going to get liquidated, Jack. We got Mercury. It's in opposition with the United States part of fortune today. Venus is in the first house, like I told you. So war was going to be a big presence in the nation's affairs. That's all over the media, and everybody knows about the war. They're going to know about the health issues going on in the United States. They're going to know about trouble in the office of the president, interbeefing with the Democrats. When I tell you a lot of stuff is about to get exposed, it's a multi-front war coming. All type of leaks, everything, secrets coming out. It's about to be nasty, like nasty, like somebody who got battery acid threw on them, nasty. Venus is going to oppose Mars in the 7th house in 5 days. This is when you can expect for major attacks to go down on the U.S. and its allies. Pluto is in the second house. And yeah, it's in the U.S. second house. And the North Node is moving. Not the North Node, excuse me. The South Node is moving into a conjunction with Saturn in the 10th, which is going to be problems for the president and the Democrats. This is what I'm trying to tell you, Jack. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You know, Jupiter is moving forward motion, and Taurus is making good aspects to, you know, Venus and the natal Jupiter, and it's gonna hit the sun next, so it ain't gonna be too bad, but it's gonna get messy over here. It's gonna get messy, Jack, and I can't tell you enough. Stay away from crowded events. The sun is gonna come in conjunction with Pluto in the second house. Again, the sun rules the ninth house of affairs overseas. You're going to see a lot of foreign countries removing their investments from the United States and doing things that collapse the U.S. economy, like bombing oil fields. That will directly affect the U.S. economy, because right now the gas prices are low because they have access to cheap Russian oil, and they've been depleting the United States strategic reserves. So it's about to get hectic, man. It's about to get hectic here. This ain't telling you be afraid or live in fear. I'm just telling you things are about to get shook up fast. All the little gains they saw in the stock market about to go down the drain. About to go down the drain, Jack. As Mars continues to move through the United States first house until around the 25th of January. 25th of January, you gonna see real bad economy. Real bad for the economy. It don't matter if you go to hydrogen or electric, man. You know, if Iran allegedly, Iran has already hacked the entire United States electric grid and multiple water companies across the United States. So it don't matter if you go electric. It don't matter what you go. You know, they gonna shut you down. That they ain't gonna be able to even, you know, fuel the capacity electric vehicles till 2035 minimum. And then Tesla ain't even the top electric vehicle manufacturer no more. It's a Chinese company. They done knocked Tesla out the way, and he was cracking jokes about him. The joke's on him. But around January 25th, about the 22nd, 23rd, Mars is gonna oppose the sun, and Mercury gonna be opposed the sun as well. It's gonna be ugly. I'm telling you. Look from through the 20th through the 27th to be real ugly for the United States. And when Mars come into conjunction in Pluto in late February, it's going to be even worse. It is going to be even worse. Venus is on the 25th. Venus is going to be opposed opposite Venus. And then it's going to oppose Jupiter. And then it's going to oppose the sun. And then it's going to oppose Mercury. Super ugly. Super ugly. And it's going to affect the military, and it's going to affect the markets, because Venus rules the United States 5th and 6th house, and it's going to affect the Democrats in the election. It's funny that, you know, Don the Con, and y'all know I'm not no Trump fan, Don the Con got on the interview today and say, I'm the only president in the past 30 years who hasn't had the nation at war. They just gave this fool the election, dog, because it's finna rock the economy. and it's finna rock the motherfucking Democrats. It's gonna rock them, man. It's gonna rock them. You know, I've been trying to prepare. You know, that's why I've been low key on Instagram and here over the past year, all of 2023, I was focused on teaching Black people, Black businesses about marketing, getting their business together, because I knew an economic crisis was coming where there wouldn't be no money for no loans and stuff. Wouldn't be no grant action popping off, wouldn't be no loan popping off. You know, it's gonna get tight out here. It's gonna get tight out here for people who ain't on their job. You dependent on the government, it's gonna get tight out here. You know, and we're getting ready to face another government shutdown. Another government shutdown, man. That means it's gonna get tighter. It's gonna get tighter, man. The stock market, yeah, is definitely about to go down, but Bitcoin going up on the Tuesday. I've been telling y'all since October. I told you October 6th. That's when you should start buying before October 6th. You can still buy now, whether it's $50, $20, $100. Put what you can put in that Bitcoin, man. That it's finna turn up. It's finna go crazy, and it's gonna keep going crazy till Pluto go retrograde again. That's what time it is. That's what time it is, man. Interesting enough, you know, on the 25th, the sun, which rules the ninth house, U.S. ninth house, also opposes the North Node in the 8th house of death. This is not a good thing for the people of the United States. It's not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. I want to take it back a little bit, because when Venus opposes Mars, Venus will oppose Mars on about January 17th. I will tell you to expect some domestic terrorism from white nationalist groups and things like that around this time. Between the 13th and the 18th, be ready for it to get ugly, man. And it's just going to get progressively worse. You get progressively worse on the 18th. You know, the sun to be conjunct Pluto, exact conjunction to the natal Pluto of the United States. Mercury will be opposed to Venus. Mercury again rules allies, war, and things like that. It'll be opposed to Venus. And Venus will be opposite Mars, man. Opposite Mars and square Neptune. Neptune in the 9th house. All lies and illusions, all the propaganda the United States has invested in and building its reputation overseas, all the illusions will be destroyed. They will be destroyed. When Pluto goes retrograde, I will make a video on it. I will make a video on it when it goes retrograde, before it goes retrograde. If you want updates before then, you need to get a membership. That's what the membership's set up for. You can ask stuff like that. You can get insight prior to things like that. You get little personal readings once a month for your moon sign and things like that. But this ain't it for you know, just free forecasts and readings way ahead of time. You know, that ain't it, man. But if you want to book a reading, you can always go to redclawconjure.com and book your own reading. You got an hour to get whatever questions you want answered. long as they pertain to you and things of your interest. I don't tell people stuff about me. But yeah, it's finna be saucy, man. It's finna be saucy. You jump into February. I'm just gonna push the sun into the third house on my astrology software to see what it's looking like, because the third house rule the public. That's around February 16th. The North Node to be conjunct Saturn, and that's pretty much gonna put the nail in the coffin for Biden's political career and a lot of Democrats. It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be ugly. Yep. Uranus will be direct by then in Taurus. So that's going to show big progress for technology and things like that, which will probably be used to distract you from the reality of what's going on. My sincerest hope is that you know, stay focused on what matters, tighten up spiritually, take responsibility for making sure you got, the necessities for living, and that you're not getting distracted. Because there's anytime it's drama on the flow, it is an excellent time for you to make a lot of money. Be a problem solver. Don't be a person that's caught up in the problems, that's living in fear. Be a problem solver. Whatever shortages, whatever, you got, ability to counsel, whatever skill sets you got that can create some type of normal atmosphere for the collective, it will be very lucrative for you. And I'm not talking about the mumbo jumbo foolishness, the conspiracy crap, all that stuff. I don't do that, and it's not helpful to the collective. Find something you can do that's helpful to the collective, where you can, use your skills, whether they're professional skills or life skills that you gain, in enduring tough situations, and utilize them to help other people. Utilize them to help other people. If you got some questions about what's going on, oh yeah, outer seas travel is out of the question, Zakiba. I wouldn't do it if I were you. I wouldn't do it if I were you. And like I said, man, it's some celestial things popping off, man. It's some celestial things going down that's affecting the world too. If you can go on a cruise, just don't go outside of the Caribbean. I mean, Pacific Ocean? No. No, sir. Mediterranean? Absolutely not. Southeast Asia, Australia? Hell no. To the no. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Yeah, man. Right. And when I say the Caribbean, I mean, don't go no further than like Jamaica, Florida Keys, U.S. Virgin Islands, straight like that. Because a lot of places where U.S. citizens are gonna be targets. They're gonna be open season. Like, you're not gonna keep attacking these countries and killing their women and kids, and they don't return the favor. This ain't Vietnam era, dog. You talking about like 600,000 drones available to Iran. Not 6,000, 600,000. You see on the news, they're talking about how Russia decimating Ukraine with drones. Iran is manufacturing those drones. And if they got them like that to sell to Russia, how many do you think they got for they shit? You dig what I'm saying? And when I say everything Iran has, Yemen has, the Zionists just found out today. Hezbollah got that funk too. They dropped the Israeli military base to the ground, leveled that bitch to the ground today. They finna find out. They wrote a check with their mouth that they backside can't cash. And I guarantee you, you're gonna wake up with a really sore anus. K&K conversation. Yep, I look at it. Australia on TV. Yep. It's going down, man. It's going down. And you know, they said anybody who opened up their airspace for them to get attacked, they finna get that pressure applied to them too. So them gas prices finna go up. I would recommend you stay in the cut, you know, when I'm, you know, my spirits told me months ago, you know, and for those of y'all who know me personally, you can message my wife and ask her. They told me don't leave outside a 50-mile radius. Wherever you going, 50 miles there, 50 miles back. That's as far as you can go. And I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to it. That's what they told me. That ain't what everybody else got to do. I'm telling you what my spirits told me to do. And I'm going to listen. I'm going to listen. You know. They told me this before Christmas time. So, you know, I'll show y'all. I done restarted my garden in my basement and everything. Lime tree, greens, tomatoes, peppers, all that stuff. Cantaloupe, everything, fruits and vegetables we eat, lettuce and stuff. You know. I'm ready, Freddie. I live down the street from the Home Depot. I go get the pig wire and everything I need to build my little hoop greenhouses, everything. I'm good. I've been know I got chickens. I've been having chickens since before the pandemic hit. You know, we ready, Freddie. We gonna be comfortable regardless. These are simple things you can do to take responsibility because you know they're going to be taxing in the grocery stores. So when I say take responsibility, don't act like you're powerless. You can put plants in your windowsill, just like you can spend, you know, $200 on some shoes. You can get a $200 grow light from Amazon, a 2,000 watt light that'll power a whole 8-foot 8x8 area. And if you're growing vertically, you can grow like crazy. You know, it's not a doomsday situation. Life is going to go on, but they're going to tax people. They're going to tax people, and some things ain't going to be available. And it's going to be a lot of stuff that goes down, man. A lot of stuff that goes down. Syria and Iraq said if they attacked Yemen, they was bombing on the U.S. bases in and they was gonna lay down some devastation, and they did. You know, they dumped on the embassy soon as they fired on Yemen. They dumped on the U.S. embassy in Iraq with some missiles, ballistic missiles. You know, so it's gonna be some motherfuckers in their church clothes, gonna be some Americans in their church clothes singing that Amazing Grace with the tears rolling down their face. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. You dig? And you know, it ain't gonna be no oil and stuff moving out the Red Sea at all. At all. France was smart. France say my name Bennett and I ain't in it. France was smart. France know they got 2 or 3 million Algerians, over 50 million Africans that are Muslims in France. You know, and everything is coming full circle. You know, they call themselves fronting on Russia by admitting Sweden to NATO and said Sweden was going to be the first line of defense. Russians in Sweden recorded the population of Sweden and they Black African Muslims. And the Russians in Sweden are right hanging with them in the hood, eating fufu and African food. Say this who, let me remind you of the Swedish population. This who you gonna sick on us? That's what I'm missing. Zakiba, the glass water bottles, but I got some life straws, and I'm about to get the big giant life straw that do like 30 gallons of water. Get the big giant one. But yeah, man, it's about to be very interesting and a very sophisticated type of war. Very sophisticated. And you know, if you under contract with the government, man, I ain't even gonna lie and say thoughts and prayers. Even if you just signed up so you could go to college. I don't feel bad. Not me. Not me, Jack. But it's finna get tight. It's finna get tight. Make sure you right, man. Make sure you right. Y'all know my priority and my responsibility is to make sure my family is situated. So, you know, when videos don't come in a timely matter or things like that, I'm dealing with priorities for my family. Dealing with priorities for my family, you know. Like I said, when the video started, the people that was making comments about where I'm at, you supposed to be on live, they getting blocked. They getting blocked, you know. We ain't gonna trip. We ain't gonna trip. You know, I could go all the way up top and block them in real life, but I'm just gonna remove their access from my page. I'm not gonna personalize it like they magically attack me or nothing like that. You know, but they won't have access to the page anymore. Anybody got any questions? Nobody got no questions. We gonna jump up out of here, and I'm gonna go lay down and sleep like a baby. What's your questions, Akiba? Shoot, bro. Drop it in the box. Chickens gonna give you more eggs, and the eggs is gonna have more mass in them. and quails, you got to clip they wings and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm bees is a major play. Look on Alibaba. Look on Alibaba and get you some of them flow hives. Them flow hives only $60 on Alibaba, dog. Go get you about 4 of them. Reparations. What about reparations? Why would they give you reparations when they still at war with you? Why would they try to repair something when they steady at a soft war and a cold war with you? And why would you want a handout anyway? Why would you say that somebody could give you some money that would fix how they dogged your people out for 500 years? You disrespecting yourself and disrespecting your ancestors. And they ain't never gonna give you no reparations. Never. Never, because they don't regret what they did. Thank you for blessing me, Zakiba. You can access the membership on the page. Go through the channel to the community button. When you leave here, go to the community button. Any protection ritual, sickle cell soldier, you know, anything deal go to the planetary magic video with Mars. Go to the planetary magic video with Mars, the symbol with Mars. Let me find a piece of paper right quick that my baby ain't drew on. The symbol for Mars. This is a shield. This is a spear. So planetary magic for Mars is always good for protection. And when you're doing that, first you want to look at your natal chart, brother. And this is the type of insight you're gonna get in the membership, but I'm gonna give it to you right now because a lot of people gonna need it, you know. And the best thing you need to do is protect yourself from your own fear, because a lot of stuff is gonna happen that's gonna make y'all scared, and you don't need to be afraid. You need to be prepared. So you're gonna use your Mars planetary magic, but you want to look at your natal chart. Look at your natal chart for your Mars placement. Your Mars placement is going to tell you where the house is going to tell you where you can summon your strength. All the things ruled by that house are going to be related to how you use your Mars power. And the sign is going to give you more insight into that. The type of powers you have to protect yourself. Does that make sense to you, sickle cell soldier? I don't think they're gonna hit the grid. I think they're gonna escalate things as the US escalates it. The US hit them, they're gonna retaliate on the US. And if the United States and their little coalition, they little European coalition, a white daddy coalition, try to boss back up, then they gonna start, applying more pressure. That makes sense to you, More Soul Knowledge TV? Cool. But yep, get familiar with your Mars placement by house and sign, everybody. That's gonna show you where you need to be, how you use your protection, and where you can find your strength at. It'll also, because the opposite side of protection is, vulnerabilities and things like that, to give you insights into your fears. And again, y'all, fear is the biggest thing that you need to protect yourself from. Your internal fear and the fear that they project on you through the media and social media and things like that. Because at the end of the day, everything gonna be straight. It's all in divine order. Not in the divine order that's in the Bible, Quran, or Torah, but in true divine order. One last question. What is the planetary alignment for the New York synagogue event? Oh man, the motherfuckers was crawling out the sewers like rats. Man, I would have to get the chart for the yeah, I know what you're talking about, bro. I know what you're talking about. I would have to get the chart for the synagogue and the chart for New York City to really see what's going on, man. And I don't have that chart, man. And I'm not gonna say I can't. It's not worth my resources to pay, for the when they filed as a nonprofit with like this. What I'm telling you, to do a chart for a building or a people, you got to go to the building or a business. The business is stamped at a time. You registered your business, it got approved and stamped at a time. That's the time you put in a natal chart for your business. Now, for a building, you have to go find when the building was approved by the city for the construction, or when the building was finished and made open, or when the nonprofit for the building that's used in the building was started. And that'll give you a chart where you can get really keen insight into the situation that went down there. But yeah, man, they was they was crawling out the tunnels like rats, Jack. I'm finna get up off of here, man. I love y'all. I see y'all soon. I'm gonna get these Mars and Capricorn and this new moon video cranked out, man. But definitely that new moon set it off. And with the new moon, it's just concealed. Things are just the seeds sprouting up out of the dirt. The whole picture ain't available, but I done gave y'all the whole picture, so y'all know what's coming. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. No, nobody got no more questions. Nobody got no more questions. We gonna get on out of here because it been about an hour. But just be cool, man. Gas up your stuff. K&K conversation. That must be my sister Karanda. Tell him I said hey. Oh, you're welcome, Sandra. You're welcome, man. I appreciate everybody. Thank you, Kim, for joining in. Kim cool as hell. She always make comments and stuff like that and make sure that the page get active. And if y'all want to do more for the page, you got to make sure you're liking, sharing, subscribing, and stuff like that. They got my pages blackballed on Instagram, but we ain't crying about what they do with their stuff. This their stuff, and they're gonna do what they want with it. But you can counter it by liking, sharing, subscribing, putting it on your Facebook page and stuff like that. That helps out. That helps circumvent them, blackballing people and getting you lost in the algorithm. More so, you always do that too on the IG. I definitely appreciate everybody's help, man. Definitely. We gonna get up out of here, man. Be smooth. New moon and Capricorn video dropping tomorrow, and I'm gonna get the Mars and Capricorn popping.